Okay, Landlady Jane, you are welcome to today's edition of Real Estate Talks with the Professionals. We'll be doing a series on real estate talk with Landlady Jane. Now, you are the professional here, also the professional here. Let's quickly talk about documents that you must have, building plans, building documents that you must have to avoid demolition of your investments in real estate. So that's the topic we're having today. That's the topic we're discussing today.
Yeah.
So introduce yourself and then let's kick off.
Okay. Hello, my people. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're watching from. I am Landlady Jane, a real estate consultant who is in the business of making people millionaires and billionaires through real estate. Yes. Now today we are looking at the cost of demolition in Lagos State. It has really been a heartbroken event for since this year. We have been having a series of demolition and people crying and lamenting over losing their properties, and it is not a good news. It is not something anybody wants to witness. Yes. So today we are talking about it.
So we're looking at documents that people must have essentially. But are there other elements you want us to quickly run through?
Okay, first of all, the Lagos State government has given people 90 days to get their building plan approval. Yes, and it started on the 22nd of May. So we already have some days of the 90 days. And I don't think my people are actually aware of this.
Is there cost implication?
Yes. If you don't get this in the next 90 days, they will start another demolition. They're already giving some local governments where they are going to be storming. Okay. So people should just try and do this. And you are going to be getting this in Lagos State Physical Plan Authority. Yes, at Ekhator, Oba Akinjode Ekhator. That's where you go, please, and get it. I'm very, very passionate about these investors, and I know I have some prospects, some clients in Lagos, and this might affect them. Yes, because people really don't even know that the document they have is
if
not.
Can withstand the test of time.
Yes,
okay.
They don't know. So you just have to, even if you think you have, just go and check so you'll be sure. Yes. So while you're going there, first of all, you are going to be needing the title document of your property. Yes. If your property has a C of O, it has a registered survey, it is gazette, family receipts. I'm very surprised that some landlords still have family receipts.
As the main document that we have.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's not a good idea. It's not a good idea. So I think this is the time for people to wake up and claim ownership of their properties.
So when demolition comes their way, family receipts cannot keep that house standing.
It's only if they are lucky. It depends on how lucky they are.
Okay.
That the property they have is not seated on a
land that government
on a government reserve place.
Okay.
Yes. If only, but having a family receipt as a document is not advisable normally. It's not advisable.
But it's part of the documents that shows that you've acquired.
You actually acquired the land, but you need to acquiring the land. It's just like you buying a car. You don't have particulars.
Okay.
What if road safety stops you on the way? What do you show them? You just give them the receipt that okay, I bought this car from US. Is that the only thing you have for the car? Have they actually transferred the ownership to you and all that? And that's where the deed of assignment comes in. You having a receipt, one, you need a deed of assignment. From, yes, it's also a valid document, and you're going to be needing it if you're going for this building plan.
Okay.
Yes, you're going to be needing it. So if you don't have it, you just go to the person that bought this land. You bought this land, so get a lawyer to prepare this deed of assignment. Both of you signs. That is, yes, the person has actually transferred the ownership of this property to you. Yes.
So are there other documents we should discuss? What are these documents apart from the deed of assignment of other documents?
We also need a survey plan. Each house should have a survey plan. You don't just build a house without a plan. So you need a survey plan of your property. Yes. You also be needing what is called the architectural drawing. The house you're building should have a sketch.
Okay.
You need that sketch of the house. If you don't have it any longer, you just have to provide it.
Every land should be surveyed,
Yes.
and every building on the land should have architectural drawing.
Yes.
Okay, so move on.
Okay, we also have a structural, electrical and mechanical drawings of the building.
Okay.
Yes. We are going to need it where applicable. They ask for it, you present it to them. So we also have this non-destructive integrity test reports. Yes.
To prove that several elements like the soil has been tested and it can understand the foundation you're building on that land.
Yes.
Okay.
How strong stands. Then you also need a letter of structural stability.
Okay.
Yes. You know, on this part, being a professional, and some persons they do not know what this letter is all about. Yes, so please, Mr. Peace, you can help us enlighten the audience.
Okay, just like you have mentioned, every building, not just the land, every building should have several plans. You have the architectural plan, you have the structural plan, you have the mechanical plan, you have the electrical plan, you have the plumbing plan. Alright, so now the structural plan is designed by a structural engineer on site. So he's the one he or she, that professional is the one, people that carry out the structural details of the building to ensure that there are several tests, that are required to ensure that the building itself, like the pillars, the beams, all those things, they meet government approved standards.
Yes.
Okay, so the structural stability, because take for instance like properties that are sited in areas that are known for frequent earthquakes, the kind of a structure you put up there, understand, the structural stability would not be like that put on a property that has no history of earthquake.
Yeah, when we are using earthquake for people that, whatever, here in Nigeria, we have like where you are building on top of a sandfield swamp.
Good.
Yeah.
So now the kind of structure that you will need, the stability of that structure will not be the same as that is built on a highland.
Yeah, when you have a dry
or a rocky area. Okay. So now land is constantly being used by people. Now, properties that are sited in places near the airport, whereby heavy objects like planes are constantly coming and constantly going. Constantly, the earth is being vibrating and everything. So the kind of structural stability that will be expected in areas, properties that are far off the airport is not the same as that.
The ones that are closer.
Yes. Property off the express roads that do not have regular vibration of the earth the kind of properties, the kind of buildings you put, okay, the expectation of government from properties around express roads is not the same as roads way off the express road.
Okay.
So that's why you don't just say, oh, because the earth is strong, it can withstand any form of structure you want to put on it.
Wow. And a lot of Nigerians
don't put that into consideration. Now, because government understand their terrain more than private sectors, that's why government will normally ask for these letters of structural stability. Have you taken that into consideration? Because when you are carrying out what they call environmental impact assessment, because the building you are bringing into a place will have an impact on the environment.
Yes. So we don't have a case of collapsed buildings.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, like take for instance, when you have a bridge that is regularly used by heavy duty vehicles, and a bridge that is not used by heavy duty duties, you understand what I'm saying? The duration is not the same. So that's why you can, because all bridges have what you call structural stability tests being carried out on it.
Yes.
For, like in Germany, for instance, which is a very good example, all roads in Germany have expiry dates. So whether the road is used for 10 years, it's not used at all. When the time comes,
you stop using the road.
Nobody
In our country, we don't have expired road.
so roads can live as
We don't have bad roads.
Even the roads constructed by Mungo Park are still being used by Nigerians.
Yeah.
The bridges built during Babangida time, during Kata period, are still being used.
Yes, we'll keep using it.
So prayer and fasting does not sustain the building. Prayer and fasting may give you funds to build the building, but there is a need. When government is requesting for a letter of structural stability, they know what they are talking about.
Wow.
Because basically for the safety of families. It's not just the builders, most of the people who build these houses don't stay in the houses.
Yes.
So there are people who are not even aware of the history. They've never seen the building plan, they've not seen the mechanical plan, they've not seen the electrical plan. You understand what I'm saying? So all these things, the government have good intentions.
Don't you think they are bringing it up late?
No. The reason is Nigeria is just 60-something years old. Get it? And the Nigerian, our clients should be patient to be educated by professionals so that they don't lose their money. Back in the days when people like my father or my grandfather were building, most building projects were done communally. You just bring out, there's a person they call a draftsman. The draftsman is the one that will draft the architectural work.
At least
that will
there
draft
is something.
what you have is a mushroom house. But we are talking about superstructures and structures. There are properties whereby maybe on the 15th floor, helicopters do land on them. Take off on it, lands on it, helicopters, they have helipads on those buildings. So now, it is important that integrity tests be carried out on buildings. The soil be tested, you understand, so that the number of bags of cement you need, the kind of building materials you need, because these are the things that will determine what you need, what you can build on a particular property. So it's extremely important that our clients be educated and they avail themselves for education.
Is there a particular body that specializes in this
Structural.
yes, this structural stability? Particular body?
You know, engineering is a wide field.
Okay.
There's like, if you look at the mechanical drawing, it is drawn by a mechanical engineer, not a technical scientist.
Yeah. Of course, there is nothing.
Good. Yeah, even the structural engineer is handled by structural engineers.
Yeah.
The
architectural.
That was done by architects. Okay. What's done? Yes. The structural engineers can interpret the structural, the architectural design, because in the architectural design you will find the structural engineering elements. But however, the structural engineer is better equipped to draw, because when the structural engineer is designing, it's not designing for beauty. It's not designing for aesthetics. It's designing for structures. It's considering the workload, taking into consideration the foundation, trying to interpret the design of the architect. Do we have the kind of building materials that can interpret that design of the architect? Okay, so it's not really like we have, though of course, we have building have, been it. I said it.